Welcome back, everyone. After a magnificent final, an easy final, I'd say, and just got
Easy
the
Well,
final.
Champions
Definitely not an
Trophy.
easy final.
this ain't easy.
What?
No, but a low-scoring final. It was so.
Uh, the
Again,
score.
let me introduce the gang first. Let me introduce the gang first. We'll get into the reactions. Look, we know where we are. Raj second slip, Chai first slip, I third slip. We're all there. Let's get into it. When I say easy final, it's look. I, s- uh, I'll be honest. I was only able to watch New Zealand's innings, and then I crashed very hard, and I'm disappointed. I should have stayed up after watching the highlights. But after what they scored, I was like, okay, India's got this. They
Nah.
struggled a
That's
little bit. There
confidence.
was a bit of bit of struggle. I think what was it? No, Shubman's how Shubman got out, which is crazy. We'll talk
Did
about
you
that.
see how he got
And
out?
then yeah, I saw how he got out. That's crazy. Kohli went out
Yeah.
and then Rohit. And I was like, ooh, they dropped like flies very quickly in that little middle patch. But first, we'll kick it off with Rohit's batting.
What about New Zealand betting? Not on the order. He's like, what?
No, well, yeah, we'll start with them. They had a fiery start, a solid start. We were discussing. We were just like, what just happened? In my mind, I was like, should have brought Ashdeep in. Should have brought Ashdeep in.
Now, with the way
No,
they
but I think it was
kicked,
after the first wicket. Yeah.
with the way they kicked off, I felt, I mean, we were having this side bets around the predicting score, and I was planning to go to like 310. The way the kicked off,
It was
it
on. It was
it was
on.
on, 10
It
overs,
was
69 runs, and they lost just one. Did they lose one wicket? No, I don't think.
Yeah, 69 for
a
one.
two
Yeah,
wicket. I think it was
no, they lost one wicket
on a
rather.
one wicket. Sorry.
And
Yeah.
then I was
Yeah.
like, oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
And
this
then
is picture
first ball
perfect for
after 10th
finals.
over,
Yeah.
Rachin got out.
It was set
Mm.
perfectly for that massive score, and with the depth in New Zealand batting, I'm like, oh my God, if one more person hangs around and say they lift up the score to say 150 or 160 in 25, yep, you're well at that 310 mark.
Mm.
I think in terms of betting, both teams had a very similar structure
Mm.
where
Mm.
they both had like those spin bowling all-rounders that just went on forever, like Bracewell,
Yeah.
um, Santner, and then I think even Nathan Smith can bat. So, and I'm pretty sure Kyle Jameson scored like, runs against us in the test matches too, so he can bat also.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
actually, they've got a longer batting lineup than India.
Um,
But that's the thing. After I think the initial couple of wickets, they struggled, right? After yeah,
I wouldn't say it was
Do you
they
know
couldn't
because
what?
get going.
I wouldn't say it was because of the wickets. It was more the demons in the pitch started to popping up. That first 10 overs, the shine on the pitch and the
Oh yeah, that
pace
was
of the
phenomenal.
ball, they were getting the bat onto the ball. And then
Yeah,
the moment
Mm.
spinners came in, slowed down,
Yeah.
strangled.
yeah. When the
If you
match
look at the
started,
scoreboard, yeah,
when
yeah.
the match started, I was like, "What is that thing?
Sunglasses, sunglasses.
What is that thing? It's so bright. It's so bright." But I think
But 100% right. Like while the shine was there, we were struggling. We could not do anything. Shami was getting hammered. Pandey was getting hammered everywhere, right? But then if pretty much look at the scoreboard, it's pretty much spinners and one Shami. It's pretty
yeah,
much spinners who got the breakthrough and just
yeah. But
got
forget
the
the
wickets.
actual breakthrough. Just look at the economy. Like Shami Pandya went for 8 runs,
Yeah.
10 runs.
And the spinners
The
were
rest of
at three.
them weren't even touching like 6 runs, 5 runs. Um, but the thing is, for me, Kuldeep Yadav, I think, was probably the bowler of the game because I think one, everyone was telling, well, including us, that hey, if we
So
were to pick Harshit Rana, we
Kuldeep,
would
Yeah.
drop
Kuldeep.
Kuldeep. This man comes in. That first ball he bowled to Russian
Man,
was
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, what a
who
ball
who opens a spell with
with the
a
wrong one.
wrong one, right? Anyone that opens up a spell would like to feel the ball, get the line and length
Yeah.
correct, and then start exploring. And this man rocks up, surprises everyone, everyone.
Yeah, but
But
not just
that's the thing, right?
everyone. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing, right? Majority would expect Like, hey, leggy, give it a ball or two. Again, it's one day, right? A ball or two to get into it. But Yadav's like, nah, let me just flip the script and just do a wrong in.
Yeah.
What a
But the thing
ball.
is, it
Yeah.
wasn't just like a wrong right? It was like perfect wrong. Like it was
Mm.
on the money. The ball drifted in. Like if you actually
Yeah.
watch the replay, I watched this replay and I watched Ash's analysis, and he actually has like
Yeah.
an in-depth analysis just on that one ball, and he goes, not just Rachin, even KL is beaten in the back. Even KL hasn't picked him. KL's gloves have not moved. Rachin's
Yeah.
foot hasn't moved. Nothing's moved. No one knows what's happening except for KD.
Good.
Can't hear you, Chai. Chai, you're on mute.
Sorry, you're on mute.
No, sorry, that caught everyone by surprise. Even when we were watching, we were like, oh
Mm.
my God, everyone's getting pelted. And then Kuldeep comes in, and then the first one, like, oh my God,
Yeah.
get the wicket. And yeah, and I think that set the tone up for what was the spin domination for the next 30 overs. They managed to score nearly around 110 runs between that over 11 till over 40, and that
Mm.
was the game changing. That set the tone. That brought back that 300 score to a 250 score.
Nah, but it wasn't just that they like held off in terms of letting them rotate strike or like just drying up the
Mm.
runs. They even got wickets at regular
Yeah.
interval. And at the start, before even the chokehold started, they got 2 wickets.
Yeah,
And I
Yeah.
think if Ratan's wicket came 5 overs later,
it
India could have been in
That's a
trouble
different
because the
story.
way he was
Yeah. Yeah.
going, like
yeah.
that 5 overs extra would have meant he would be on 60 runs. And that 20 runs delta would
Yeah.
have gotten
Yeah.
India in trouble.
And New Zealand had 2 long patches without a boundary as well. There was an 80 ball, near about 80, 85 ball patch. There was other 60 ball patch. And
Yeah.
they did do running quite a bit as well, right? They ran
Mm.
quite a lot, but the number of, they dried up boundaries, right? Everything was
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
the trot,
Yeah.
just singles or dots, and that they never let go of that pressure. And we can see that the moment Pacers came on board, which was essentially last 6 overs. Last 5 overs went for 50 for India. New Zealand scored 50 runs in the last 5 overs, and
Yeah.
so it was clearly a pitch that was custom built for spinners. Uh, and as we were wrapping up, I'm like, all right, I was thinking 230, anything over 230, 35
Mm.
is going to be a tough one to chase down. And that 250 score was like, oh my God, this is above par and we have a good game. So the score line doesn't define, or the scores on the surface, like 250 chase down, doesn't show the complexity involved in the entire game.
Plus, they have the spinners also to do the same thing that India
Exactly.
did to them.
Exactly, man.
Mm.
Bracewell, Glenn Phillips, Santner, whoever had the ball in their hand were choking the runs.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's talk about Gill's wicket. I was waiting for that. Man, 0.72
Yeah, fine.
seconds reaction time. 0.72. I'm like,
No,
yeah,
but
Oh my God.
for me, it wasn't even just a 0.72 of a reaction time. There
the
were two
bounce.
catches. There were two catches of the same kind, but potentially hit a little bit like not as well as what this one was hit, right?
Yeah.
Because Gill gave it his all. That ball was so shit. He was like, I need
Yeah,
to
that was
pump this.
creamed.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
he's like, I want to pump this, and he had enough elevation. Any other player, barring Marco Jensen or Kyle
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jameson, because he'll
Would
just be
have
like,
played.
this is shoulder height for me.
And
But everyone else would have been like, can't get there.
Yeah.
Rohit dropped a
Ro
very similar catch.
Daryl
Daryl
Mitchell
Mitchell
dropped a
yeah,
similar catch on the
dropped a
leg
very
side.
similar.
Oh.
And Rohit and Daryl Mitchells were not smoked as Shubman's smoked the ball.
Yeah,
They
miss
were
it.
Rohit was mishit. He chipped. Daryl Mitchell dropped. Rachin, was it Rachin or someone trying to just play?
No, Rachin caught his.
No, not Rachin.
No.
One that Rohit dropped. It was just being played
Sure.
above his head, and he somehow jumped got his hand but did not catch. And this guy, Glenn Phillip, Shubman
My God.
smoked it. He really gave it a whack.
And it's stuck. And it's stuck. The jump was perfect.
The
Oh my God.
bounce,
It was just,
the way he landed, and I thought, on that
yeah.
land, he's gonna pop the ball up. Man, the moment the ball goes into his hand, there's no way of that popping out.
But it was he literally he's like a football goalkeeper.
Hmm.
Just jumps, leaps, puts his hand out,
The
done.
ball cut.
Yeah.
It's done.
The ball
Yeah.
stuck. That's
And
all it did. Yeah.
I think after that, Kohli walks in, and I think for me, I felt Kohli's wicket created that pressure because up until then,
Yeah.
India were scoring 4, 5. They had no issues with run rate, or there was no chokehold going on there. But the moment Shubman got out and Kohli got out very
Oh
cheaply,
my God. Yeah. Yeah.
Shreyas comes in, Rohit comes in, must have had a chat saying, all right, let's stabilize the situation. And the dot balls, all right, we had two back-to-back maiden overs that got to Rohit. Rohit gave away a beautiful start, right? I was like, oh my God, this is like picture
Yeah.
perfect captain innings where he comes in, he scores a century, takes the team to the victory, and I'm like, oh my God, he gave up.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? If you ask me, the two things that like made sure India won is because one, the start that Rohit gave, and the initial
Yeah.
couple wickets that Kuldeep got quickly,
Yeah.
Kane Williamson and Rachin Ravindra, right? If Rohit Sharma sits a bit still in the first 10 overs, gets 10 to 15 runs less in the first
Mm.
10 overs, or even 20 runs less, India are in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because getting those runs on the other side is very hard.
Yeah.
Because this pitch just didn't give anything. And plus, we were batting on a worse pitch than what New Zealand got, right? When you think
Yeah.
about it.
Mm. Because you were telling me, right? It's opening up. Like again,
Yeah.
I was driving, right? So, but you were saying this is gonna be challenging. Yeah.
Yeah.
First
Yeah.
30 overs, if you
Just for everyone, yes, I was driving and these guys were my commentators and my live updates.
um,
Yeah.
if you compare the score of first 30 overs across both the innings, New
Mm.
Zealand was 1 run ahead after 30 overs. They were like 165 and we
Oof.
were something.
Yeah.
The game was
Mm.
decided in that 30 to 40 over mark where New Zealand scored only 37 runs. India scored
Mm.
54-ish. That meant
Ooh.
Oh.
they had to score. They didn't have to score 79 runs in the last 10 like New Zealand. We had to score 61 runs, and that was the game changer.
Yeah.
One other partnership, right? That in the scheme
Akshay.
of things,
Yes.
Aksar and Shreyas, as
Yeah.
much as they were, they started off pretty slow after Rohit wicket.
Mm.
They made sure there were no further wickets lost. That essentially slowed down the scoring between 20 and 30 overs. But 30
Mm.
to 40, they made sure they were running hard, right? They were rotating strike, choke hold. They said, all right, we're not going to
Mm.
smoke boundaries here, but let's get that singles going like that. Let's get that twos running and occasional fours and sixes. It was good. It was good.
It's this bonus.
And
Yeah.
I think that
That's his
that
bonus. Yeah.
made sure that we are chasing near about run a ball in the last 10. Had it been,
Mm.
70 of 60 or 75 of 60, New
Yeah.
Zealand had it in their basket.
So weirdly for me, I think my batter of the tournament is potentially Shreyas Iyer
Yeah,
because
I've got
like
for me, I'm gonna throw in between Shreyas. It's a tough choice between Shreyas and KL. His innings goes unnoticed, but he made sure
Yeah. I was
uh,
going for KL.
he was
Yeah.
so
there.
the yeah. So you go for KL, I go for Shreyas. The only reason I picked Shreyas over KL is because Shreyas was 5 out of 5, KL was 3 out of 5.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
the other point in Shreyas's favor is this guy was not even supposed to be part of your playing 11. And
exactly.
God knows who, what, have Kohli got his knee injured in that first England game. All for a right reason. Shit happens for a reason.
Yeah.
He sits out, Shreyas comes in, and poor Jaiswal
Yeah.
takes the cut. I'm like, all right, we gotta fit Shreyas into 11. Who drops out? Let's drop Jaiswal. Shubman opens, and somehow it all worked out, right?
Just works.
It works.
But I think KL coming in at 6, everyone was sad about it, right? Because they're like, hey, someone of KL's caliber, how can he
Mm,
come in that late in the game? But he's got both the gears of like, I can rescue you, but I can also
yeah.
score at like 150 strike rate if need
Yeah.
be. And I think this is the one tournament where I think he's come through really well. I think he did really well
Mm.
in the 2023 one also,
Yeah.
but I think in this one he's also come
No,
through
this
real
one,
good.
yeah.
I mean, to me, he was one of the strong contenders for a player of the tournament. He was a silent assassin. Behind the
Mm.
stumps, he was pretty sharp. Occasional bumps here and there, but he's pretty sharp behind the fields. He's pretty good. He played some of those key innings and essentially took the team across the line in more than a couple of games as well.
Yeah, yeah. And and the thing is, the other thing is, before the series started, there was a lot of debate about like how India doesn't have a left-hander. What are we gonna do? And out of nowhere, they're like, Akshay's gonna be our left-hander.
And
No biggie.
that call of promoting Akshar to four, brave call. And Aksar, on the other end, is delivering, right? Crunch
Mm.
situations. And this is not the first finals. He's played that similar anchor innings in that T20 World Cup against on the other side of Virat Kohli. This one, he again played a very crucial game, um, crucial innings. I mean,
I think every game
he had
he's
a
shown
good
us like at that
run
position
with the
that yeah.
ball as well in the game. Didn't get whacked
Mm.
around, but yeah, true genuine all rounder. And Nav, if he pushes that fielding a little more to the top, he would be at par with Jadeja, right? I think, bo-
But his
fi-
fielding is really good.
but still,
Like
Yeah.
when you're
maybe
comparing
not
him with
But
Jaddu, but
not Jadeja level,
Jaddu,
right? That's
to
a
bump it up
yeah,
to Jaddu
that's a
level.
yeah. Yeah.
yeah, but I don't think it's easy to go up to that level, right? Like you
Oh
either
no.
have it or you
No.
don't at that point.
But that's the thing, right? So once Janu retires, I think we've got a very good similar again fielding not at that level, but it's still
Almost
very
like for
good.
like, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
like
no. Oh, Aksa's
Similar
good.
caliber.
Do
Yeah.
you remember the one hand takes that he used to take at the boundary in the World Cup?
Mm.
Like he's definitely a really good fielder. You
yeah,
know the leap catch that
Yeah,
we
yeah.
saw off of Glenn Phillips?
yeah,
He didn't
Yeah,
jump
yeah.
as high,
but
but
pretty
Yeah.
close.
he caught a catch just like that
Pretty close.
at the boundary,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
flat six.
Yeah.
And
So
and
very good
he's done that
replacement.
twice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Done that
like
twice. Yeah. No,
he's a
no.
really good fielder.
Yeah.
But one thing I think that was a downer for us is I guess fielding had so many drop catches.
There was a point in time where the stats popped up. We caught one, we dropped four, and I'm like, it's a 20% efficiency. So caught one, dropped four, 20% efficiency on the team.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
oh
yeah.
my God, this is
Yeah.
worst stats to come up. But I think there something either the finals pressure or something with the
Yeah,
ball
yeah.
and the field.
Finals pressure.
New Zealand were also dropping catches. They dropped.
Just one catch. They dropped one catch.
No, Daryl Mitchell.
Kyle Jamison.
Daryl
Yeah,
Mitchell's.
but that's not really. But that's a
It
hard
is.
take, right? Like
It is
unless
technically.
you're Glenn Phillips.
It is technically when Rohit's catch is given as drop. This is
But
also
Chai's
drop.
No,
like
but
drop is a drop.
I'm not even counting Rohit's catch as a drop, right? Because I don't even expect him to get his hand touched. Let's be honest. But I'm counting like the outfield, like Shreyas
Yeah.
Iyer's catch as a drop.
Yeah. The number of
Mm.
catches we dropped were sitters. I mean,
Shami's caught and bowled was so easy.
yeah.
Like I get that the other two that he had in that other Australian
Mm.
game was hard, but this one was just lobbed. Like he had two hands and everything.
No, Shami's first one caught on ball for Australia game
So,
shouldn't have been that hard.
yeah,
He should
it's
have.
a
No,
sitter
He
as
didn't.
well.
but that's what I'm saying. Like relative to that, this one was like
Yeah,
a dolly.
relative to that. Yeah.
Like he should just take
Oh my
that
God.
catch with his eyes
Yeah.
closed.
Oh, man. Thoughts about Hardik Pandya and
I was
He's the man.
literally about to go there for the next. Yeah.
uh,
He's
He's
the
th-
all
man.
class.
this
Man. Oh, he's
this
yeah.
man's delivering more than once. Have you seen the photo shoot? After T20 World Cup, he did this, and now I've done it once. Why not do it twice with the white blazer? He does it again. It's pretty cool.
But did you see the watch he was wearing?
I was
Jeez,
about to say the same thing.
man, man, that was a
You're printing that much money
bold
that you're
statement.
like,
Like So I'm like,
Wait, how
I
much
was
was the
watching this
watch?
other
First thing,
interview.
did we
This
get a
one was
price
really,
for it?
this one's more expensive. It was like, I think 2.3 mil. So last time it was 1 point something. This time it's doubled.
Yeah.
And
Either he must be
that,
paid to show off or wear it.
Oh,
so he can't. So at least the first one, he can't be the brand ambassador because that's Rafael Nadal's edition. So they're not going to hire someone else to um,
yeah,
be the ambassador of some other sportsman's watch.
Oh
Like
yeah.
that watch was designed for Rafael and it was like sold in
yeah.
collaboration with him.
Oh my
Hmm.
God. And you're wearing that for cricket. What if it like actually hits or
Yeah, but
something or
no.
just
I don't think this one he wore during the game. But I could be wrong, but I'm 90% sure he didn't wear this one in the game. Whereas
oh
the
my
orange
God.
one, he definitely did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
I'm pretty sure the whole world could tell. Oh my God. Biggest flex.
Oh man.
Biggest flex.
Uh,
And the biggest flex for me is the Delta. So they were surviving on eating Maggie growing up while playing cricket to now
Yeah.
watch galore.
Yeah.
man. I mean, he's had a huge journey. The transformation is inspirational, right? Essentially the story
Yeah.
of struggling to eat to now flexing a 2.3 mil watch.
USD,
Yeah.
USD
not
2.3
AUD.
mil.
Not even AED. Yeah. And he's got
Wow.
so much cricket left. He's got
Oh,
so
he's
much
so
cricket
young.
left.
He's not even
He's
like
31.
31 yet, right? He's 31,
You
okay.
know, he's 31. He's 31. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the thing, right? So when we talk about Indian cricket team now the caliber is the Kohlis, the Jadejas. Be like,
I
yeah,
think
this is what you play up to.
the wake up call that he got by on around his fitness by being dropped
Mm.
from the squads or taken away from the T20 or the
Yeah.
vice captaincy, I think has
Yeah.
definitely given a wake up call. So he's bowled 7 overs, right, in a game. Previously, he
Yeah.
was struggling to bowl four and then walks off. He's been on the field
Yeah.
for the entire period. He's come handy, big shots, under pressure,
Yeah.
huge sixes, just to deliver things. So yeah, I think we now are going to see a new Hardik Pandya and probably a new fan base coming in once we move into the IPL Mumbai Indians world. Hopefully, and get booed like last time.
Yeah, no one's getting booed this time. I actually reckon Mumbai is going to have a massive chance of winning this with the kind of confidence he's going to come in.
Yeah.
And Rohit's going to be so happy. Sky is going to be nicely
Sky,
rested.
Sky, Sky. When it comes to his T20.
But he's been off color lately, right? So hopefully he comes good. It's okay. This is not about IPL. Let's go back. Let's go
Yeah,
back
it's
to
not
our
right. Question. Celebrations. Will it be like last time?
yeah. They're really good. They just had
Has
a
to.
different dancer this time.
No, 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 no. What I mean by that question is
The back
back
Oh,
in
in the
Mumbai.
celebrations.
streets. So did you see what was happening already in India? So
No, I didn't see. Well, I
th-
haven't seen the memes
there were
yet.
glimpses of Ahmedabad, and everyone was already out in the streets, and the cricketers weren't even in the country.
Yeah, I'm sure this is gonna
This
be
isn't
Oh my
even
God.
Mumbai.
this is gonna be a
Oh
massive
my God.
party. I would be surprised if
Yeah.
we don't do it, and maybe we'll probably stop doing it once we get used to these sort of victories. But hey, a Champions
No,
Trophy
no, we ain't.
after
No, we
12,
ain't.
the Champions Trophy after 12 years. Yeah, hey,
Yeah.
we gotta go big on this one.
Other crazy thing I realized after watching a video from Shobak was him having a rant about how no one from Pakistan was part of the presentation party.
Yeah, apparently I was doing a little more reading on that. Yep, they weren't. It was because the PCB chairman, he was off sick, but they did send a delegate, and now
So,
PCB is questioning ICC for a response as to why Pakistani chairman's delegate wasn't part of the
yeah.
presentation panel. So it's opened up a can of
But
worms.
okay, interesting. But you don't really send a
This,
delegate, right? You send your next in line to
but isn't it? Yeah, that's That's what I'm thinking. The next
Yeah.
in line is gonna be like a vice
And
chairman or something,
you don't
right?
just have one chairman go present, right? You have the whole of PCB like showboating
Yeah.
Exactly.
what a good
Exactly.
event they've hosted. And it
And
was a really good event.
yeah, exactly. And I mean, with all the security and safety concerns and stuff, and all the prep working, stalling, et cetera, to where
Yeah.
the way we finished up, right? We played a decent 9 games, 9 or 10 games. Oh, yeah, near about 8, 9 games in Pakistan.
Mm.
Nice conditions, no interruption. So essentially, took all the mind off everything else and was just on cricket. So yeah, great hosting, but yeah, unfortunate
I actually have
not.
a feeling, but I have a feeling until India decides to visit Pakistan for matches, they're not going to get any more ICC tournaments after all of the advantage hoopla people raised about India playing on the one venue.
That's true. That absolutely. I mean,
Or,
yeah.
or,
It's
or
gonna be a while. It's gonna be a long time to get
yeah, but
another
or
big
they
major
might do like
competition. Yeah.
joint events, like Sri Lanka, Pakistan do the event together or something.
Yeah, and that way
And
you
all of
don't have
India's
to
versus
Mm.
struggle.
Sri
Yeah.
Lanka. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
And Sri Lanka gets more games, more coming in for Sri Lanka.
yeah,
But that's what we were discussing for like future Indian tournaments, right? Like either just it like we were just saying not in India, it might be like partnership between
yeah. And
with Sri Lanka or
with
have you
Bangladesh.
have
Yeah.
you?
tournaments with India would be just India, I think, because India's got so many grounds.
I
So
think
there would be
Mm.
one of the upcoming ICC, I can't recollect which one, is being held by India, Bangladesh. I can't recollect which one of
Yeah.
the upcoming ones.
We were
really
discussing this. I
I
can't remember
think
which episode.
26
Yeah.
World Cup, T20 World
the
Cup is
T20 World Cup.
purely in India, but there's one of those tournaments that's joint hosted by two nations. So
Oh yeah, okay, cool.
I think is it
But
safe to say here is where we all split being from supporting one country to moving away and talk being franchise based. This is where we go head on. Like I hate you guys for the next 2 months.
It's gonna be 2 out of 3 here because for me, I feel like, all right, cool. I don't not really follow it as much.
uh,
I'm gonna
uh,
be honest here,
you're
not
gonna
really
you're
following
gonna
it
be
as
wait,
much.
wait, wait.
neutral.
So nah, he can't be neutral. So are you all good at us
I can't
bagging
be
on
neutral.
Kings 11 Punjab?
Oh.
Huh?
Are you okay
So
with
that
us
again, I
bagging
missed
on
that.
Kings 11 Punjab?
Do it. I have not. Do whatever. I'm the neutral guy. Just give me
Mm,
the. I'll wave my white flag. Wave the white
okay,
flag. That's all. It's neutral. Keep it
okay,
neutral.
okay.
But don't say too much about Punjab.
There you go.
What about
When's the first game? When's
Delhi
in
Capitals?
25th.
You've got a bit of roots in Delhi too, right?
just friends, but Punjab's my home. Yeah,
What about Mumbai?
Mumbai's got some roots. Mumbai's got
Uh,
some roots.
some superficial roots. Okay, okay, okay.
Okay.
Big Bay.
Uh,
Cool. I think that's it. India have made it, nerve biting. Clean sweep is what we must say. No losses all
yeah.
along. They probably broke a lot of jinxes, a lot of records, all the nerves. But one thing that Rohit Sharma hasn't done is still managed to win a toss.
Hey, I've
Good
got no
that he
problem for
did.
that.
No, but good
Yeah,
that he
good
did
that he
it.
did it. The stats were
Butterfly effect.
against us. Yeah,
No, butterfly effect.
Yeah.
You change one thing.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
change one thing.
No, but thanks, guys. Thank you for joining. A great win by India. As I said, after watching New Zealand's game, batting and what score, I was like, India's got this. But you guys are like, okay,
Nah,
that's a lot of
no.
confidence. But I had faith, and they did get it. So, which is really good. And as Chai said, now we split from our national team to our state teams,
Yeah. Isala Cup
and
number.
we'll start. When's the first one? Sorry, I don't know the schedule. When's the first game?
I think
23rd March.
Any idea?
In 10
23rd.
days.
Oh, in 10 days. Okay, here we
Yeah.
go. In 10 days. Yes, it's all kicking off. It's all going to kick off. So stay tuned. Watch our previous episode up here. Like, share, subscribe. Don't do what Chai just did. Stay with us. Stay with us. And we'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care.